Ever notice how some people seem to get more vibrant and engaged after 60, while others start to fade? I used to think it was just luck or good genes. But after years of research and working with hundreds of clients in their 60s, 70s, and beyond, I've discovered it's actually about specific daily habits. Today, I'm sharing 7 powerful daily practices that can completely transform your life after 60. And wait until you hear SA6. It takes just 5 minutes. But research shows it can add years of quality life. Most people over 60 never do this, but those who do report feeling decades younger. 1. The morning intention ritual. You know that feeling when you wake up and immediately your mind fills with worries, to-do lists, or aches and pains. The way you start your day sets the tone for everything that follows. But most people over 60 let their mornings happen to them rather than intentionally creating them. When we start our day reactively, checking news, responding to messages, or jumping into tasks, we immediately put ourselves in a responsive rather than proactive mindset. This creates stress hormones that affect everything from digestion to brain function. Instead, try setting a clear morning intention before your feet hit the floor. Take just 30 seconds while still in bed to decide how you want to feel today. Maybe it's, I choose calm strength, or today I'll notice moments of beauty, or simply, I am grateful for this day. Research shows this tiny practice actually changes your brain's filtering system, making you more likely to notice opportunities and positive moments that align with your intention. My client Margaret started doing this after complaining that her days felt meaningless. Within weeks, she told me, I'm seeing beautiful moments I never noticed before. Yesterday, I watched a hummingbird for 5 minutes. Something I would have rushed past before. The key is consistency. Keep a small note card with your intention written on it by your bedside, or set a phone reminder with your chosen phrase. 2. The mobility moments. Let me ask you something. Do you ever feel like your body is getting stiffer and less cooperative with each passing year? That's because most of us have adopted what I call the special occasion movement pattern. We save movement for dedicated exercise times rather than incorporating it throughout our day. The problem? Research shows that hour at the gym can't counteract the negative effects of sitting still the rest of the day. Our bodies are designed for frequent movement variety, not long periods of stillness punctuated by occasional exercise. The solution is what I call mobility moments. Brief movement. Opportunities scattered throughout your day. Set an hourly reminder to do 60 seconds of gentle movement. Create environmental triggers. Do 5 knee raises every time you wash your hands. Implement the 1-flight rule. Always take stairs for a single flight. Practice kitchen counter stretches while waiting for coffee to brew. My neighbor Tom started by simply doing 10 gentle arm circles. Whenever a commercial came on TV, it seemed too simple to make a difference. He told me, but after a month, I realized I could reach the top cabinets without paying for the first time in years. 3. The curiosity commitment. When was the last time you learned something completely new? Many people over 60 fall into what researchers call cognitive comfort zones. We stick with what we already know rather than challenging our brains with novel information and skills. Without regular doses of curiosity and learning, our cognitive processing speed, memory formation, and even problem-solving abilities begin to decline. But it's not because of age, it's because of mental habits. The transformative solution is making a daily curiosity commitment, intentionally exposing yourself to new information, perspectives, or skills for just 15 minutes each day. Learn 3 new words in a foreign language daily. Read articles from fields outside your usual interests. Try a new route to familiar destinations. Learn 1 new feature on your smartphone each day. My client Walter started watching 10-minute YouTube tutorials on subjects he knew nothing about, from watercolor painting to basic car repair. I'll never be an expert at most of these things, he told me, but my brain feels alive in a way it hasn't in years. 4. The connection circuit. Did you know that meaningful social connection has been proven to impact longevity even more than quitting smoking or exercising regularly? Yet after 60, many of us let our social connections fade without realizing the profound impact this has on our health and happiness. This pattern affects not just emotional well-being, but physical health. 2. Research shows social isolation increases inflammation markers and stress hormones while decreasing immune function. The solution is creating what I call a connection circuit, a deliberate daily practice of meaningful human interaction that goes beyond superficial small talk. Make one just because call or text each day to someone you care about. Create a daily ritual of meaningful conversation, like sharing daily highlights over dinner. Practice real eye contact and presence in everyday interactions. Ask one question that goes beyond small talk in routine encounters. My friend Louise started a simple practice of writing one personal postcard daily. In a world of texts and emails, a handwritten note feels special, she says. And the responses I've received have rekindled friendships I thought were lost. 5. The gratitude upgrade. We've all heard about gratitude practices. But here's what most people miss: standard gratitude. Exercises often lose their impact over time as your brain adapts to them. That's why many people try gratitude journals but abandon them after a few weeks. The real problem is that basic gratitude practices often become rote. We list the same things repeatedly: family, health, home, without really feeling the emotional impact. What transforms this practice is what I call the gratitude upgrade. A multisensory approach that prevents your brain from adapting to the practice. Instead of just listing what you're grateful for, fully immerse in the experience. Engage all your senses by recalling or re-experiencing the grateful moment. Add the element of surprise by varying when and how you practice. Connect gratitude specifically to your body and abilities, not just circumstances. For example, rather than just noting, "I'm grateful for my morning walk," you might close your eyes and recall the feeling of sunlight on your skin, the sound of birds, the rhythm of your breathing, and the specific moment that brought you joy. 6. The 5-minute future self-connection. This might be the most powerful practice of all, and yet almost no one over 60 does it consistently. It's what I call the 5-minute future self-connection. And research shows it can dramatically improve health behaviors, financial decisions, and overall life satisfaction. The problem is that most of us have a disconnected relationship with our future selves. Brain scans actually show that we process our future self, similarly to how we process strangers. This disconnection leads to choices that feel good now, but create problems for our future. Here's how to practice this powerful technique. Sit comfortably for 5 minutes and close your eyes. Imagine meeting your future self, 5 to 10 years from now. Visualize this older self thanking you for specific choices you're making today. Feel the emotional connection between your present and future self. Ask your future self what small action would make the biggest positive difference. My client, Michael, was struggling with finding motivation to manage his diabetes. When he began this practice, visualizing his future self healthy and active with grandchildren, his daily choices naturally shifted. "I'm not forcing myself to check my blood sugar anymore," he told me. "I'm doing it as a gift to my future self." 7. The legacy log. The final transformative daily practice addresses something many people over 60 struggle with: finding meaning and purpose in everyday life. After careers end and children are grown, many wonder, what am I contributing now? Does what I do still matter? The solution is keeping what I call a legacy log, a daily practice of documenting the ways you've contributed value, wisdom, or positive energy to the world around you. Keep a small notebook by your bed or use a digital note on your phone. Each evening, write 1 to 3 sentences about how you added value today. Include both tangible contributions and intangible ones. Review your entries weekly to notice patterns of impact. My friend Eleanor started this practice after feeling invisible in retirement. Her entries began simply: smiled at the nervous young cashier and made her laugh. Shared my gardening knowledge with my neighbor. After a few months, she told me, "I'm amazed at how much impact I'm having every day. These aren't big things, but they matter. I feel purposeful again," bringing it all together. So there you have it. 7 simple daily practices that can transform your experience of life after 60. The morning intention ritual, mobility moments, the curiosity commitment, the connection circuit, the gratitude upgrade, the 5-minute future self-connection, the legacy log. The beautiful thing about these practices is that none requires special equipment, significant time, or physical abilities. They're accessible to virtually everyone, regardless of circumstances. Start with just one practice that resonates most with you. Master it for 2 weeks before adding another. Small, consistent actions create profound transformations over time. Remember, the quality of your daily habits determines the quality of your life, regardless of your age. Here's to creating days that energize rather than deplete you, connect rather than isolate you, and fill you with purpose rather than emptiness.